Russia to the Middle East, ISIS is pulling in maybe $2 million a day for the oil that it controls, selling it on the black market. So when's President Obama going to let us frack more here, produce more nat gas, produce more oil here? When's he going to jump on board and encourage it? Breitling Energy's CEO and the author of the book, The Fracking Truth, Chris Faulkner, joins us from Dallas. Chris, I asked this question of everybody who knows anything about energy. Why doesn't the president jump on board and go gung-ho at this moment in time, go get what ours? Why not?
Well, Stuart, it's a great question. I ask myself that every day when I get up. I think the president, likes to talk about, all the above energy policy that he's got. But the reality is the president has invested so much of our money in renewable energy. I really believe deep down the president is against domestic oil and gas. And I don't understand the reason for that. But he's so much for renewable energy. I got to ask myself every day, why can't we just get behind more oil and gas production here in the United States?
Well, do you think he's a global warmer kind of guy? Do you think he really believes that CO2 emissions are affecting the climate and we've got to do something soon or else we're really in deep trouble? Does he personally really believe that?
I think he does, and I think his war on coal, if you will, this whole climate change initiative that he's got, I think it displays his true belief that, he's got this climate change, idea. But the reality is global warming, as you mentioned. It's not about the United States. It's about China and India. When you go to those countries, they're putting on more coal power plants every single day. I've been in India, and they told me, look, don't come here and tell us we can't use coal for power generation. Kind of how dare you? That's the idea there. So if the United States reduces all of our emissions right now to zero, it would not affect the entire planet's CO2 emissions. So the impact of what Obama's doing here really doesn't make sense globally. But the reality is every day we fight the president against oil and gas, and I don't understand why that is. And it's a great question that no one has the answer to it.
Am I right in saying that there are two enormous states which are sitting on enormous reserves of natural gas? They would be New York and California. And at the moment, there is no widespread fracking in those two states. But if we release...
New York has a moratorium on fracking, as you know, Stuart. We can't even frack up there. And California is very anti-frack and anti-oil and gas, as you know, even though they have almost 100 years heritage in California of producing oil and gas. And the funny part about this is, funny stat, in 1982, California imported 5% of its oil from foreign sources. Today, 50% of its oil comes from foreign sources, while the United States now and all the other states are moving down. We're only importing 45% of our oil from foreign sources. California's moving up. And look at the economic impact California's dealing with. They're in a state of disarray out there in that state. And New York has banned fracking as well.
And by the way, California gas prices will go up in January, maybe 30 cents a gallon because of their green energy rules. But one last question. Am I right in saying that because America has switched a lot from oil and coal to natural gas in our power plants, utility plants, because we've done that, we lead the world in the reduction of CO2 emissions? Is that accurate?
That is correct. And everyone wants to say that's because of renewable energy, and it's not. You hit the nail on the head. We have reduced our emissions by using fracking to find more natural gas. Switching from coal to natural gas has reduced our emissions. We're now leading the world. We have now reduced our emissions more than all the renewable energy in the world combined has reduced energy. So we are leading the world because of natural gas, and that will continue for the foreseeable future.
Look, I honestly think, Chris, that energy is the swing issue in this election. I think a lot of Democrats would love to climb on board the fracking bandwagon, produce our own energy, and get the country moving. I think a lot of Democrats would want to do that. And I think if the Republicans sweep the Senate, I think that might be what you might see. Chris Faulkner, everyone.
When we get the Senate, not if.
Okay. Chris Faulkner, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Stuart. Appreciate it.